Have you ever set a goal after feeling super motivated and super pumped up and then nothing? Maybe you aimed too high, got overwhelmed, or just lost track. The truth is, most goals fail not because you're not capable of achieving it, but because they weren't set up for success. They weren't simply realistic in nature in order to achieve for you to or see the success in it. But don't worry, that's exactly why we are here. And we're going to discuss about how to set goals realistically and actually achieve them. Hey all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sunil. I'm here to talk about how to set realistic goals and achieve them, whether it is in your personal life or it is in your professional life or however it is, right? So the goals are actually quite fulfilling in all the nature. Basically, it has the same set of approach that one needs to do, and we need to take one step at a time and to realize it, what exactly works out for us and what doesn't. So come on, let's dive in. The main purpose of setting a goal is to achieve something and also to see the results by the end of the tunnel, right? So that's exactly the whole purpose of setting a goal and working towards it. But why do goals fail in reality? Many goals fail because they are too vague, too ambitious, or lack a clear plan. Without a structured approach, it's very easy to lose motivation in these kind of scenarios, and it's obviously tend to fail at the beginning itself. So instead of setting a goal like I want to be healthier, try I will exercise for like 30 minutes 4 days a week, which are quite clear and achievable, right? So there is a crisp and clear plan here. So the plan is to work for 30 minutes at least 4 times a week. So this gives you a clear direction to move forward, and you know what exactly to be done for the 4 times in a week and 30 minutes of what exercise that you would be focusing on. So the goal should be very clearly defined and it should have a structured approach. And you should know your strength and you should know your core competencies before you actually set your goal, so that you improve in achieving things which you cannot over the period of time, like so if you set a too ambitious goal in the first place itself, and then when you lose motivation in the process, then it doesn't really fetch any sort of consistency as well. So a great way to set realistic goal is by using SMART method, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Think about fitness as an example, right? A vague goal for your fitness would sound something like this: I want to get fit. A SMART goal would sound something like this: I will go to the gym 3 times a week for the next 3 months and to improve my endurance. So this way you have a clear objective with a timeline and you know what exactly to be followed on. So in this approach, you are very specific towards your goal. You are measuring your goal on a timely basis, and it is quite achievable because you have defined in what is within your boundary and what is within your reach, and it is totally relevant for your fitness journey because that is what you are trying to get it done here. And it is time bound, as I said, like you will be working on your fitness for 3 times a week for next 3 months, then done, bam, you have a SMART formula implemented. Break goals into smaller steps. This is one of the important aspects that I actually follow in my life on a daily basis. So micro goals are always set from my end, and I try to see and make sure that how exactly I can actually break down these goals much further so that it is easily achievable, right? So big goals can feel overwhelming, but breaking them down makes them manageable. For example, if your goal is to learn a new language, start with like 10 minutes of practice daily instead of aiming a fluency right away. So when we start something, we want to see the results just like this, but in reality, that's not going to happen, and eventually we give up. But breaking the goals into smaller steps will always helps in leading to the big results, right? So take one step at a time, baby steps, it's okay. So have fun in enjoying those small steps and achieve that with good impact. Track your progress and stay accountable. For all the doings that we do in our life, we should be held accountable by ourselves. So that is most important. We cannot slip away from the responsibilities and the accountability that we are supposed to take, right? The same rule, whatever you do in your life, applies also to the goals that you set for yourself, because you are the one who is setting the goal, and you should be the one who will be held accountable. There's nobody will come and drag your collar down and ask you why did you not achieve this goal, but instead ask yourself that what exactly the progress that I've been doing and how do I held accountable for myself. So tracking your progress helps you stay on course. use a journal or an application which helps you in keeping these things quite ticked. A simple checklist to monitor your growth on the progress and also the goals that you have set in realistic way to achieve it. That way it helps you to see the progress that you do. You start small, but eventually after a couple of weeks and couple of months, that the progress track will define your achievement in a very bundled way, right? Additionally, having an accountability partner, maybe share about your progress with your friend or a mentor or who can keep you motivated and committed in that way, so that you know that you have somebody to share. If you are someone who cannot keep track of your progress and see how you could be accountable by yourself, it's always good to have a mentor or a friend who could actually do that for you, so that you can stay focused and you could see where you're going there, right? So tracking your progress and staying accountable for the actions that you do is very important. And be flexible and adjust when necessary. So life happens and sometimes plan needs to change because of many different things that you actually do in your daily life and in your professional life, right? So if you miss a day or fall behind the actual completion date, it's okay. Adjust your goals instead of completely giving up. Being adaptable helps you stay on track than getting discouraged and completely giving up. That is very important, right? So it's always good to be flexible, and it's not a hardcore rule that you have to achieve things that you have planned. If you can do it, it's well and good, but if not, point is, it's we all live in many different circumstances and our life happens as and when we move towards progress, right? Whether it is your personal, whether it is your professional, it really doesn't matter. You have to be quite adaptable and you have to be quite flexible in everything that you do. Most importantly, about the goals that you set, you should always have an open mindset and you should not be very quite strict on yourself or hard on yourself as well if you do not achieve something on a timely basis. For example, if you've set a goal that I would be working out or I would be exercising for 5 days a week, due to the work pressure or due to your family situation or whatever it is that you could not focus on, it's okay, it's fine. So cut it down to 3 times a week, which will give you much more benefits on the longer run, because you're not giving up completely. You still are accountable and working towards that 3 times a week goal. It's absolutely fine. Here the motto is progression, not the perfection, right? Instead of quitting altogether because of the pressure that you are handling or because of the circumstances that you are at, it's always good to focus on progress than being perfect. So always thrive for progression over perfection. So overall, define your goals quite clear and crisp, and most importantly, achievable. Know your strengths, what you can actually get into. Use the SMART method and break them into smaller steps, which can be achievable in the smaller amount of time. And track your progress and stay accountable. Most importantly, be flexible and adaptable. With the right approach, you can turn your goals into reality without giving up completely. So remember, progression is always important than perfection. You don't really have to be perfect in this whole chaotic world. Instead, the progression is very important. So what's that one goal that you're working right now? Share it in the comments. Having all said that, so if you found this helpful, like the video and subscribe for more such content, and I'll see you all soon in another video. Until then, take care and stay safe.